Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Phatkat Collections. Today I got another product from Temu. I should say another product. This is a first product. Actually, no, it's not true. I reviewed the fur coat a while back. All right, so this is another product from Temu, and this is a website that I've been starting to kind of get into a little bit. They do have an influencer program, and they did offer me, full disclosure, $100 in order to choose some products. I don't know if that's a reoccurring thing, but I did select a product that I'm pretty friggin' happy with. And so this is another Bluetooth speaker. I have tons of, I shouldn't say tons, I have like 6 different Bluetooth speakers, right? Maybe 7, maybe 8, I don't know. So portable Bluetooth speakers are a fantastic product. I love taking those out in the boat when I used to go crabbing back in the day. You know, just outside working out, whether it be in my backyard, sometimes at my folks' house. It's great to have a Bluetooth speaker with you. I carry one with me at work. I bring one in my backpack. You know, wherever I'm going, I have a Bluetooth speaker. I have an extra in the car in case I just happen to pull off somewhere in a park and eat lunch. I have a little music, right? So these are great. And one thing I noticed, there's so many on the market. Now, when Temu reached out and said, hey, we have an influencer program, we're gonna give you $100 to buy something, a lot of the products on there, you know, there's a huge range. And unfortunately, for me, at this point, for me to review something, it's really got to be something I want, you know, something I'm going to be able to use. There are so many great products on Temu, and I'm mentioning this because if you haven't checked out Temu, you might have been living under a rock, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, but it's true. Sometimes people just don't hear about these things, right? So they think like Temu is like some Chinese site that's going to steal your money, right? It's not the case. You know, these sites are all looking to make a buck, just like AliExpress, just like DHgate, just like eBay when they got started, and just like Amazon. So it's another great place to get some great deals, but unfortunately, a lot of times when a company sends me $100, right? I've had that $100 for like 6 months. I'm not going to select a bunch of $10 products. Even though I could use them, there's a certain amount of time it takes. As simple as my videos are, you know, I still do a little bit of editing here and there on certain videos. I still got to upload the videos. I still got to film the videos. So I roughly spend about an hour to 2 hours by the time I'm done, keyword loading, all this stuff, right? And so for me, it can't be something that, you know, a watch is easy because I'm going to wear a watch, right? I collect watches, cologne, that stuff is very easy. But stuff like this, like there are, you know, cool products on Temu I'd like to have that I can use, but it's just not worth my time for a $10 item, right? So I wanted to find something that, you know, last thing I need is a speaker, right? I need a speaker like a hole in the head, but I want to find something that at least I could use. So I chose this. And as a kid, growing up, I had a boombox. I think I still have that boombox. But all the speakers that I have are relatively small, and you can kind of see the size on this. And when you look at these, you know, on a lot of their listings, it's hard to gauge the size sometimes. And they do give you, sometimes they do give you the measurements, but sometimes they'll give you the exterior box measurements. So I know when I was choosing this, I was like, I hope that's a big speaker. I wanted something more like a boombox. Fortunately, it is. This is a rather large speaker. You can kind of see it next to my body. It's a big, you know, here it is next to a, you know, a travel cup. It's a boombox. Not a huge boombox, but it is a boombox. And I wanted something that's just going to get louder and give me some good bass. Again, I reviewed many different speakers, and a lot of them have decent bass, but this is night and day. This one is fantastic. Solid construction. This is by W. King. And they say this is an 80-watt outdoor waterproof wireless speaker. Now, I would not dunk this or submerge this. A lot of times they toss that word waterproof around. I would say water resistant. Splashes, take it on the boat, that kind of stuff. It says it's drop resistance. You know, it does feel solid, but it's not like a rubbery type material. I feel like if you do drop this, there is potential to crack it, right? So I don't know. We're not going to put that to the test. But it's awesome. I turned this sucker on this morning when I picked it up, and it is absolutely fantastic. I love this thing, and I'm getting ready to go work out here in a little bit. I'm going to put this in the driveway. So far, so good. So from what I can tell here, it looks like it has 2 tweeters and 2 4-inch woofers. You also have 2 passive radiators on each side. And so what a passive radiator does, it basically takes the place of a port. The difference between a port and a passive radiators tend to be more expensive. You actually have a drone cone here. And what these things do, this is a tuned enclosure. So these particular things are tuned. I don't know what frequency this is particularly tuned at, but generally, just like a ported enclosure, you're tuning at a specific frequency, and that's the frequency where the subwoofer, the speakers are moving the least, and all that sound is coming out the port. In this case, they're coming out the passive radiator. Now, because they have two, I assume the tuning on this is going to be lower than like a smaller boombox, right? So far, this thing sounds fantastic. Now, I didn't play any rap through it. I just played some Dire Straits. I played a little bit of kind of like some Star Wars themes. It sounds killer, and I'm super impressed by this. What else here? We do have a panel in the back here with a weather kind of resistant cap. And I'm going to pop this open here so I can show you what you got. A little difficult to open up. They can improve upon that. You kind of have to get something under there to pry it open. Let me do that real quick here. Not a big deal though. It's really meant to keep the water out, right? All right, so pop this open. You have a TF card or a micro USB card. Micro USB card. You have DC power. This is your 5-volt USB-C connection, and you have two USB ports. One is going to be for USB music. The other one is going to be for USB out. And I'm not sure what the out is actually for. I'm not sure if that might be like hook your cell phone up to it and charge your phone. This might be also like a power bank. I think that's what it's for. Nice big buttons on top. You have your power, your volume up and down, your play, and these buttons actually function as track advance. You'll press and hold to advance track or bring track back. And this sucker, I turned it up to max. No distortion. It sounded fantastic. Check that out. I like the fact they put the little micro SD card. But one thing I mentioned before in other brands like this, one improvement they can make. Let me pop this open again. If you are going to use, let's say you want to use a little USB drive, right? I have a pretty small one right here, right? If you want to use this, you're still not going to be able to put the cap back on. So what they need to start doing is making these more recessed, where I don't think you can get a mini USB drive smaller than this. This is, who makes this? SanDisk. This is like one of the smallest ones in the market. If you pop that in here, which I will do, you can't get the cover back on. So I think that's kind of ridiculous. There's no point of having a weather-resistant cover if you're going to have a USB plugged into this. Now, again, you can use the micro SD card, and that might be the best option there. But you know, they put the USB on there. I'd like to be able to use the USB. So that's really my only gripe with this. Other than that, this thing is absolutely awesome. It sounds good. It looks good. It's simple. You know, it feels solid. But again, I wouldn't throw it around. It's still a piece of electronic. You do have some really nice rubber feet here. I'm going to peel these off here. You got some kind of protective film on there. Let's see how sticky there. Oh yeah, you're going to get a nice grip on that. Yeah, and you're going to need it because this sucker, you know, when this gets bumping, this bass is going to cause a lot of vibration, and sometimes speakers like this can kind of work their way off a table. This is going to make sure that this thing's sticking to the table pretty well. But overall, just a wicked box. Absolutely love it, and this is definitely a brand that I'm going to recommend to really anybody looking for a killer portable boombox. Now, as far as other specifications on here, let me just see what they have on Temu. They say, if I just give you guys some measurements here, it's 14 inches long, roughly, 5 inches deep, and then you're looking at 7.68 inches high. Bluetooth 5.0, USB, TF card, auxiliary input. That's about the only specifications we have on here. And W King does make some other models, but I think this is kind of like their loudest. I'm definitely going to get my hands on more W King products if they, you know, reinstate another $100, something like that, for you to keep reviewing products. But again, I'm not going to turn it on the video. I know some folks can be like, you didn't even play it, we couldn't even hear it. You have to use a little common sense here, folks. You can't judge how something sounds listening it through my camcorder, which then gets processed and then converted to a different file, then gets uploaded to YouTube to a different file, and then you're listening it through the internet, through your phone, or through your own stereo. So there's really, it's really pointless to even try to do that. But I can assure you, based on the boom boxes I reviewed before, based on the little Bluetooth speakers, again, is it like bass in a subwoofer in your car? No, but it definitely sounds full. It definitely sounds good. And I mean, for most people's wants and needs for, you know, having portable music, this is going to be loud enough. You're definitely going to be impressed by this. So thanks for watching. If I can help you in any way, drop me a comment, drop me an email. I'm going to put the link in the description where you pick this up. It is going to run you $81. I think that is shipped. And they do have a $5 credit if it's a late delivery. I was pretty surprised at how quick this came. So Temu, so far, when I've ordered other stuff with them, the shipping is a lot faster as compared to like AliExpress and DHgate. So anyway, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Again, do let me know if I can help in any way. And you guys have a great day. Take care.